minutes early. There's somebody on there, and well, welcome to Doctor Lefthandthread surgery. This is a fix or fail live stream. I've got three things on the operating table tonight, and it's either I'll fix them or I'll fail to fix them. There's nothing to hide behind. It's live broadcast to the world. Should the world choose to view it, and there's nobody on yet. I'll see if we can get the chat, the live chat. Let's see. Live chat. Nobody on there yet. I never put a message on myself yet, so. But anyway, it'll be alright. There's two people on. So you're receiving a broadcast from the Doctor Lefthandthread surgery. This is the 42. They're Stephen Day, good man. This is the 42nd edition of Doctor Lefthandthread's Sunday Surgery Live, the now world famous Sunday Surgery live stream. We're getting bigger. We're getting thousands of views every Sunday. I've only missed about 4 Sundays since last June, so it's pretty good. I'm just wanting more people get on. There's 3 on there now. Don't forget to give the stream a like as well. There's no thumbs ups there yet. There's J-Bubs. Good man, J-Bubs. Good man, J-Bubs. Good to see you. Good to see all the usual men on. I've seen one of the usual suspects during the week there. I must tell you about that. There's Kieran Loftus. Seen Kieran Loftus. When was Kieran up? Kieran was up one day. Kieran was up one day. He was my nurse, I was the doctor, and he was the nurse. I'm not going to say we played doctors and nurses because it wasn't that kind of thing. That sends the wrong message, Kieran. I don't want to imply anything. Now, me and Kieran fixed his reciprocating saw here right in the operating table. Kieran was a very good assistant. He definitely was would be a good first responder. There's Martin. So we've 8 people on, so we can start. And I'll tell you first of all. One of the usual commenters on here, Big D 78. His real name is Darren. Darren is a professional at this. He does this repair for his job. He works along with a few guys in a local business, but it's about 60 miles away. I went to visit him there on Thursday. Thursday morning, so it was a bit of a surprise for him. I just popped in, and said hello. And the first time we met face to face in the real world, So I've been speaking to him a lot on the phone over the last year, and he's been an avid viewer here too, and he's kept me right and given me help, like J-Bubs and some of the rest of you guys. So it's been very good to meet him. They have a very good workshop up there, and they have a lot of very experienced repairmen, and they've got a great setup. It was just nice to see how the professionals do it, and it was nice to meet Darren in real life. So that was something I went to visit him, and I got a roll of cable off him. I bought a roll of cable off him because I'm getting a lot of plug-in devices to fix, and I'm using second-hand cables, which is not just the right thing to do. So I'm going to have new cables and things from now on. So I'm all set up for that. So we'll get down to it. We're having a fix or fail live stream, and I'll transmit you down to the bench through the magic of Dr. Science. Here we are. We'll go through these one at a time so you can see them, get them at the shot. This one is probably going to be a fail, but we'll see how we get on. I'm most anxious about this one, that I might not be able to bring around again. What happened this one is, the guy says he was cutting slabs, concrete slabs in the rain with her, and she decided to stop. So that's going to be the first one. Check the MOSFETs. I'm beginning to think that. But anyhow, number 2. Still a little bit anxious about this. Depends what's wrong with this one. I might be able to fix this one. And what I have for her is there's a set of brushes here for her, and there's one of these brush housings. Because I took a wee look. I took a lid off the back of her. There's Gaz Ballin, good to see you. There's gas bone. Good to see. I took the lid off and I see there was a bit of melting and the brushes were bad as well. So I hope we get away with that. I have an old motor lying somewhere, but I don't know how good it is. There's Stanfix. Stanfix is there. Good man, Stanfix. Stanfix has jumped over to YouTube. Hey, good man. Stanfix obviously has a YouTube channel. I must check that out. And this is an old favourite. You'll be bored out of your skin seeing these ones. She's going like a bag of dung. What do you see the wobble in this? I love the wobble in these when they get old. Okay. We're probably most chance of fixing that one. I can fix that one, I believe. Challenges the profile, unfortunately. Stanfix, you could start geo-platforming your stuff. Stanfix, just a wee bit of advice. I switch trigger, exactly. And I've got a brand new second-hand one here for us, so we'll try that in there. A brand new second-hand one. One careful owner from you. So Stanfix, I recommend every time you make a video, put it up on YouTube as well, geo-platform. You've already made the video, so bang it up. I know it's not maybe as user-friendly as the YouTube, or sorry, TikTok, but it's alright. Anyway, we'll start strapping this brushless grinder and see how we get on. I'm not wild hopeful. What do we see? Better get the right. There we are. T15 in this. TikTok's too easy, eh? If you get 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube, they will pay something. I don't know how you get on TikTok. I'm getting on from TikTok, but anyway, I get nothing only work from TikTok. But you know, or you could even put different types of material on your YouTube. You know, you have that option. The screws out of this bad boy. I know I do see how we are. Open this part first. Go for the head first, right? Your wish is my command. Be bad manners to refuse. The bearing survived it, anyway. So that's something. We went for the head first. There doesn't seem to be any significant rubbing in there. But I'm sure some crap has got onto the motor, like. It would have got in there. There's a hole there, you just right in. I could get right in. Saying nothing has been told off. He's telling you off. I'm not telling anybody off. I just get told off by Mrs. Lefthandthread. She says, you never listen to me. At least I think that's what she did say. She said something like that. I wasn't really listening. I was thinking of angle grinders. Let's see. I haven't opened one of these. I don't usually cut the labels, but I'm going to do it this time. I didn't miss a screw this time, which is not like me. I usually leave one behind. Selective hearing. They get you now. They can get you. There could be a test later to hear what they said. Yes, I tell you that last Wednesday. One of the famous ones. What do you think? We try an old ropey contact cleaner. What do we do? Oh, there's something fell there. Oh, no, it is. That spare one's them anyway. The little boy they hold the. She did get a lot of water by the looks of things. They are rusty like. There's Mike. How's Mike? Good to see you on the stream. Mike, if I had to say a favourite brand, I would have to go Dewalt. I would have to do it. It's just, it's a wee bit of bias. It's a wee bit of bias because I'm more experienced with the Dewalt. I'm more everything heads with lower. I'm more experienced with Dewalt. I know the different models better than anything else. I think for their brushless stuff, they're a better price. For their good brushless stuff, they're better price than Milwaukee or Makita. Makita's cheap stuff is cheap stuff. And Milwaukee's cheap stuff is cheap stuff. Usually. Not always, but usually. Muck out of there too. We'll try and pry the switch open a wee bit and see if we get something into it. On the side. Just for an experiment. I just think they're the best sort of, you get it, they're middle of the road, I would say. But you know, for the money I think they're decent. But you know, they have some dodgy lines like every other brand. There's some lines that aren't that good. And they have also got, yes, there's BW's Electronic. That is, Martin thinks I'm polishing the brass in the Titanic here. I don't know, he could be right. Anyway, whatever way it is. Don't know. You wouldn't know. I've been in it anyway. Well, put the motor back in to see if we can get her to go. See if we get her to turn. I suppose I don't need the head. Just hold her in place. Put the battery on. No. Same thing. I'd say the electronics are screwed. And you know the thing about it, if the electronics, and this is screwed, if the electronics is completely screwed in this, she's finished. Because the simple reason being, the parts to fix it, the motor and that assembly is not worth, it's not worth buying. It's not worth buying. It's definitely, this one could have been sort of a foregone conclusion before I opened it, but you know, I'm going in order of difficulty. Most difficult first, I suppose. Most unlikely. Well, it's a fix or fail stream. Anyhow, doing something with the camera there. Get that out now. I could try cleaning out the motor, but I just think, like Martin says, yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with Makita. Some people don't like Makita. There's some good pieces. I think their grinders are good. I think their cordless grinders are good. I think their higher end cordless drills are good enough, but I just think they're overpriced. What is the chances this thing ever going again? Because I'm not, I'm not going to be able to replace the parts. The parts are kaput, they're kaput, like. I'd say their MOSFET's away in that board. I don't feel like pulling out that board, to be honest. I just think it's a waste of time. We'll put it together and she'll probably not go. But then we can move on to something else. Scrape the terminals at the bottom. Well, that's a thought. That is a thought. That is a thought. No, let's just sit down better than that. That's alright too. That's better. There we are. I think that's the way it was sitting. Not that it'll probably matter. She's probably done her bit for humanity. Anyway, you don't need the head to test her. That was just what would you say? Just to shot in the dark, just to see if that will work. We think scraping the terminals. Don't think it's going to work, but it's worth it. Worth a go. I was hoping it was a broken wire or something, but that's not what's wrong. Like, she's full of stuff like that. She's full of. She just got water ingress, and the water's popped something on her. Like Merton says, if MOSFET or something popped on her. The MOSFET has popped, and it's over. That's it. If this goes, we'll have to say we believe in miracles. We'll have to say magic is real. We'll see. This is only the second one of these I've ever had open. And the last one was easy because she was just full of dust. She was just full of dust. It was a matter of just giving her a bit of an old Doctor Clean, you know. An old Mr. Sheen. Doctor Clean. Well, we'll give her a test anyway. We're closed up enough to give her a test. No. No. Let's see. That switch has popped out of position again. Alright. Stand fix about that. I would say if you have a bit of a back catalogue, keep uploading them. People just, and I'll for my part, what I can do for you is I can do a wee community post and introduce you to some of my my guys that might be interested in what you're doing, because what you're doing is sort of different than what I'm doing, but some guys might have an interest in both fields. So I think you should. I think you should. I think you've got a lot to offer the YouTube community, and you know, there's a Well, I was in the right place. There'd be a queer help. There it is now. I wonder it wasn't gonna. Some of my now 8,000 strong subscriber on YouTube might sort of latch on to what you're doing, so that'll be a good thing. We'll all rise up together, man. No. 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 I'll put the head on it to see if it makes any difference, but I think that is, I think it's had its last dance. I think that's the way the head goes over. Yes. The first one of the night's probably going to be a fail. That's the head on there, but anyway, so I would say it's not going to go, but we'll give it a whirl. For the bun is right, but I don't mind to throw away. Regrettably. Don't need the rest of the screws on to see. No. No. Did nothing. Terrible. She has gone to marital heaven. She is deceased. So that's the first one tonight, is a fail. That's for the parts box. I can't, it's not mine to give away. It's a local guy gave it to me yesterday to fix. But there we are. And we know what's wrong with this one. It's Pat McMahon there. No, don't look at, no, power washers, no. Stand fix. I will share a community post for your channel. That's, you see what's wrong with that. So we get down to business with this one. Hopefully we'll have a better result, you know, so. You win some, you lose some, man. I'm hoping for 2 out of 3. I was really hoping for 2 out of 3 tonight, because I was hoping that, yeah, I can get this going. The brushes are hardly worn. You might be able to see it, but there's been a bit of overheat there. That's melted the brushes, that you can't get the brushes out. We'll just take it apart. I'm hoping for 2 out of 3. I'm hoping for 2 fixes. One's almost a foregone conclusion. This is sort of, I'd put our odds at 50-50, depending on the condition of the motor. And I have an untested motor in the spares box. I think it's from one of these. Looks like it. Doesn't label the model of condition, which was a tactical error, to say the least. But as it goes, fix or fail. That's the name of the stream. Stuart Moore's asking a question there. I love it. It's a bit of a spin the wheel, you know, spin the big roulette. Stuart Moore's asking a question. Am I right? Is Stanley Fat Max made by Dewalt now? Yes. The simple thing is, if you phone up Dewalt, they'll answer the phone saying, "This is welcome." The message will come on and say, "Welcome to Stanley Black and Decker." That's what will come on the phone. Because Stanley Black and Decker make Dewalt. It's all the one company. It's all the one company. This one's not really old at all. Look how clean it is inside. Anyhow, we get down to successfully dismantling it. Hopefully no MOSFETs away or anything, because I don't have any spare electronics for her here. You guys can remember the red wire goes in the top there. Or not, I might be wrong. No, it's a black wire goes in the top. It's just got red ends on it, because it is usually the black wire. It's rule of thumb there that the black wire usually goes in the top when you open the casing of most things. It's not 100%. That MOSFET doesn't look to be blue anyway. Not everything, but the black wire goes in the top in these. Most things. Yeah, some parts will be the same. They have it different in America too. Like Stanley Black and Decker own some companies like Craftsman and things like that there in America too. So they're a big concern. You might see better now what's wrong with that. I'll try and hopefully. No, the brushes are completely stuck. They'll not move up or down there due to the melting. No. So that's definitely at fault. It depends how bad the motor is. It depends if she's overcooked the motor or not. So what am I? We'll remove that from service. The beauty if you have one of these, the parts are cheap. Parts are so cheap. You get that for less than a tenner, like. Sometimes with brushes. There's Fox Can Fix It Garage. I don't like it. I don't like my odds in this one. We're going to try it anyway. That motor might be too badly burnt. If it is, it is. We need the power tool gods to smile on us tonight, like from Sovngarde or Valhalla, wherever they are. I don't know where they live. I think that's something not too bad. See, when they get that housing into place there. That right. I put a couple of screws on to see. Just to hold it together if that's lined up properly. I don't know if it is or not. Lining these up can be a bit of a to do. But you better do that before you screw anything together, you know. It's looking fairly good. And that brush housing has to lie in. They can be a wee bit precarious, these. To be honest. I'll put in these two screws to see if that holds it. I'll put even one on. Hold in position a bit. I think that's in there. Has to be. Anyway, we'll try. We'll line her up later if we have to. The red wire goes in the bottom and the black wire goes in the top here. I'll tell you one thing. I had a Fat Max battery open one time, and I can tell you they are using the same quality of cells that they do using the Dewalt. They're using the proper Samsung cells. They're not using real crap, like. But other than that, I think they're using brushed motors a lot of the case. There is a brushless Fatmax out there, but it doesn't make sense to buy it if you're on the platform, if you're on the Dewalt platform, because the batteries aren't interchangeable as such. I think they even put the terminals the opposite way around and everything, and they make them a different shape so they don't go on, obviously, but there is that. Some of them are brushed. Some of them are brushed. But anyway, they definitely are using the same cells. Definitely not using crap. Which I was surprised. I thought they would have been going down that road, but maybe it didn't make economic sense to do that. Maybe when they're buying cells for their other range, the Dewalt range, it doesn't make sense to have another supplier for some sort of old substandard cells, especially when they have to offer some kind of warranty in both, so you can't have high failure rates because that's going to cost them money. The batteries need to go at least a year for them on this side of the pond anyway. Metal thing's a problem. It's usually easier lining them up once you've before you've actually screwed them onto the switch like I have. But I didn't realise this metal thing was going to be an issue. This wire protector thing. But we're in no hurry, guys, so we're alright. Stuart Moore, what do we see? Doctor is based in Tyrone, but I'm not far from there. To give you an idea, I'm about supposedly what I would say about 12 miles from Strabane here and about 15 miles from Derry, so that's what it is, you know. And people have sent me stuff from Ross Trevor, Westmeath. Pat, of course, has sent me some stuff from County Clare, so you know the network does work. Things do get to the doctor, but you need to probably, I don't know, how would we? You probably need to send me an email or something to get in contact. That way, you know. See, this is the thing about Makita. If I was to say something that I like about Makita, they're lasting thing. A lot of time their tools do last. They might be the flashiest in the market, they might be the most powerful. A lot of times they're very, very reliable. So it's hard to discount Makita altogether and say Makita is, you know. And they could have been the market leader if they had got a few more things right, I would say. Getting that thing lined up's a real pain. I done one of these in a week and it was handier, you know. But live streams do that to you. Live streams can have that effect. things can go wonderfully well, or they can go terribly. Makita can last, I think. No, that's not lined up properly. That's kind of an issue. That's kind of an issue. Starter's running sideways. That will not run sideways. There's no way it wants to run sideways. We could be in a hiding to nothing. That motor could be cooked, you know. We'll see. You could overbake the motor in that one. Throwing something you shouldn't have been throwing with her. I'm not particularly people go on about how strong these are, but I'm not particularly a fan of them. If I'm honest, I've seen too many of them. I actually own one that I got on eBay and done her up because she was so cheap to do. It cost virtually nothing for the parts, motor and all, just to do her, you know. So I think I've got her lined up now, but we'll see what she says when I get the screws in. I'm just reading the comments here, guys. Yeah. The only thing that's wrong with Makita batteries is they didn't go down the road of the like a Milwaukee. It's a mistake that they made, I think. I counted a mistake, anyway. I think they should have upgraded to 21700 cells. They should have put the bigger cells in them. Milwaukee high output has got 21700 cells. 9 amp Dewalt flex volt has 21700 cells. You know, and I just think that Makita are actually falling behind by not going down that line. You know, I think they've made a tactical error. I don't know if their tools have a shut off of an overload or something for bigger ampage or something. I don't know, but there's something going on, I think, because they definitely should be. They should be competing in that arena. Like, there should be bigger batteries available for grinders and things, and circular saws. They should be. It seems like they're not. Subscribe to StanFix. Yes, everybody subscribe to StanFix. Subscribe to StanFix. Give him a good old start on the platform, because I think he's missing a trick. I think YouTube's missing a StanFix. So that's there's a StanFix missing. There's a woman from I'm not even sure what state in the USA she's on. You could help me out, some of you guys, if you know. There's a woman called Chickanic. She's a woman that fixes small engine stuff, much like StanFix does. And that woman is cleaning up. She's doing well on the platform. She deservedly so. I think she's good at what she does. Deservedly so. But anyway, Chickanic is cleaning up on the platform. You know, I think StanFix is probably missing a trick, because he's sort of competing in the same arena. She's got really serious numbers. Gaz Bone does it too. The blonde bird, that's her. I'm not going to forget the brushes, Martin. Thank you. Rent, they're dropping off rent money. I'll get that money, BW's Electronic. Never refuse money. When a man's in the mood to give you money or a woman's in the mood to give you something else, never refuse. Because it could be a while before that opportunity arises again. That's the doctor's prescription for this evening. If you take away anything from this stream, that would be something to take away. We might have only one fix tonight, guys, if this doesn't work out. I'm just preparing you for, you know. I'm just preparing you. I'm just emotionally preparing you for this, because this is, you know, there's none of this is a foregone conclusion. You'd think this was difficult. I'm making this look difficult. Anyway. These are gloves off. Make it easier. Put that into place. Let's get that out of the way first. Yep. What are we thinking, lads? Is it fix or fail? No, we're not giving up at that. I might have an spare motor. Huh. Race Chris retreats. She knows her stuff. Yeah. She knows her stuff. You don't get well, I suppose her angle is that she's a lady, and you know it's kind of more of a male-dominated field. I think that's her thing. We're all saying fix. I'm really happy with the vote of confidence, guys. I'm really happy whether it's right or not. We're going to try anyway. This is not our final roll of the dice, by the way, with this one. We've another trick up our sleeve. The spares box is good to us. I don't like an ounce of her. She's going. That damn brush is just running on. We could test it. She's going anyway. We'll call the fix, couldn't we? We could compare it to my old one that I have. I don't know, but we could test her as well. My old one sounds worse. I consider her alright. She's alright, I think. I wonder could I find an auger bit to try her out. We could call it fixed. Put some load on that on and see. That's what I'm going to try to do, guys. Give me a moment. See if we can find an auger bit. what we're looking for. Let's see, have a socket and a driver here somewhere. That's something. Hold on, there's an auger. There's a wee auger. It's not a big auger, but it's an auger. Let's see. See, it's rather somewhere there's no. It's hard to get somewhere there's no screws in this thing. Don't know. She's not hanging anyway. I'm leaning down on it. Smoke's coming out of the wood. Smoke's coming out of the wood rather than the drill, so that's always a good sign. I'm calling that fixed. I'm going to call it fixed. No, that does very, very well. She's not out. She's one of the youngest machines. She's one of the youngest machines I've ever had in here. She's well. Calling that fixed. Definitely have to call that fixed. No smoke come out of the machine. No burning smell. She doesn't feel warm. I'm calling that fixed. So we're calling that one. We're calling that one. No, it's a much better shape, like you say, BW's electronic than some of the usual stuff. Aye, the butt's crap. The butt's crap. That's all I could find at short notice. Anyway, here we go. Old favourite. We're an hour in, guys. Where'd that go? I'm going to just go through the chat here to see what I'm missing. Everybody clicking on the stand flex, that's good. Paul Cook's there, good man, Paul Cook. Anyway. I put a bit of weight on her and she didn't smoke, so it was alright. We'll call that fixed. I was hoping for 2 out of 3 because I didn't have much hope for the grinder. When he told me it was the brushless one, he was cutting in the rain till she stopped. I thought, nah. He's fried the electronics and it's over. By the time I'd looked anyway, so I did what it said. I looked. And you looked as well, so you are my witness. I don't know how many of these have featured my channel, but it's been these are cheap and cheerful and do the job, and you can keep them running for a good while. As you see, this one's got the usual amount of care that the thing's getting that I see, you know. It's got the usual amount of care, which is 0. If this was a dog, the man would be around. they impound it and arrest the owner. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If they didn't wreck them, I wouldn't get to fix them on a Sunday night for you guys. So I'm not complaining. I'm going to be careful to go off the label because I don't want to spoil the look of this machine. And she is so beautiful. And she is so pretty. I don't even have to cut that label because it is destroyed. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. There we are. Now I don't think it was open before. I think it's just sheer disintegration from the sheer disintegration from the amount of care she's got. To be quite honest with you. For those of you that are late to the party, I didn't show you what was wrong with that one. So I will do that before I go much further. Yeah, we're all agreed it's going like a bag of dung. As long as we've got a consensus in that, we can go ahead. Water damage, probably everything damage. It's from the same guy that owns the grinder, so water damage is a pretty reasonable sort of assumption. And judging by the outside, the back label sort of hanging off her, you know, it's just fell off with pure exposure to the elements. It's a testament to these wee things you can bring them around. But I'm probably going to do a full electronic swap in this one. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. Full electronic swap on this one. Yeah. Full electronic swap. The LED in the front. I didn't even check if they were working or not, but they probably are. Anyway. I'm probably not going to do anything about the wobbly chuck in this, because wobbly chucks are famous for these. Or these are actually famous for wobbly chucks, not all around. It's as if somebody at Stanley Black & Decker sitting there saying, have you checked the wobbliness of the chuck? Yeah. It's 99% wobbly. Nope. Send it back into the factory. It has to be 100% wobbly. And then when they get a bit of wear, they're comically so, like this one. Would the repair cost more than the drill itself? Yes is the answer, but not if you bring it to Doctor Lefthandthread. If you bring it to Doctor Lefthandthread, it doesn't. Because being a doctor of modern medicine, you know, like I am, being a fake doctor on the internet, I would, I have spare reconditioned motors at my disposal, which most people don't have. To buy a new one of them would be more than the price of the thing itself. In answer to your question, if you brought this to anybody else, they would say that's game over, you know. Not this doctor. Plus, there's something you can do, and I'll probably do a wee reconditioning that when we're finished to show you. We'll get this going first. I could have kept that part on and replaced it, but I'll explain why. Lining the chuck up with the anvil sometimes can be a bit of a pain, and for a live stream I'm not going to do it. Let's see. That's upside down. That's the right way up now. So lining that up, this part up with the metal part can be a pain. So I usually take the shortcut when I'm doing them live to do this, because it's never usually the brushless motor. Though I could jinx myself saying that. The brushless motor is usually alright. Oh, he's a screwdriver. Talking, I should have been thinking. 60 to 90 pound. Yeah, well, you can buy the new thing for 60 to 90 pound. But between you and me, this is going to cost the guy that owns it 30 quid. I'm going to charge him 30 quid for this repair. And you seen what I did. You seen what I'm doing. There was a quicker, faster, cheaper way I could have done this, but I suppose when I didn't really get a result in his grinder, I want to get the best result on his drill or his impact driver, you know. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already done so. And it's tricky the way these old streams are. There's 3 dots at the top of the thing, and you can you have to click them, you know, to get onto that. Hey, yeah, Doggy Jesus, water damage, that's alright. I imported a Milwaukee impact driver from the US to Austria. The thing is burned from the electronic board, so the shell looks nearly new. It's still not worth fixing. No, that's toast. It is finished. It's over. There's a lot of repairmen that don't like Milwaukee for the simple reason is the parts are so dear. They don't lend themselves well to modular replacement. And much the way that Makita would be one of the best for modular replacement. But they're all going to get bad. Dewalt ain't bad, but it's getting worse. I might have to become some other kind of doctor in 10 years' time, but you know, we'll keep at this for now. But that's why people don't repairmen. That's why people like Dean Doherty, for example, just give him a little name drop because you know, little what we call professional courtesy and respect, you know, which is I always show him, you know, and of course, my friend Big D calls it shite walkie because it doesn't lend itself to modular replacement, as I mentioned. And that's the problem with Milwaukee. Milwaukee still make the best impact driver in my opinion. They had a bit of a problem with the recent wrenches in the last year and a half or so, the high torque, and Dewalt have caught up with them. But they do a great drill as well. They do a great drill. The thing about their drill's smaller than anybody else's. Their fuel Gen 3 and Gen 4, they're smaller than anybody else's as it goes. But it has as much or more power as the 3-speed Dewalt, so it's, you know, its power to size ratio would be high. I'm not going there. Right. Leave them over there for a wee while to see if we get this bad boy going. Even the 12 volt, the 12 volt line, the M12 Milwaukee line, I would say is probably the best 12 volt line on the market. Makita is not there. Dewalt's, it's okay. It's okay, just okay. Nothing special. Nothing else in the 12 volt line. I'll touch it. They have nice wee ratchets. They have nice wee. I'm actually a proud owner of a M12. Anybody watches my channel, I'm a proud owner of this soldering iron. I love this. I have recently procured, through a series of fortunate events, this Leaf, which is starting to grow on me very, very strongly. It goes off the Dewalt battery. So I do, to go back to my point, I do like the Milwaukee M12 line. I think it's just a good wee setup. And I always thought Dewalt and Makita's M12 or 12 volt line was pretty much pointless. I know some people have the wee, what do you call it, the wee impact drivers, but the newer impact drivers, 18s, are getting so small. The M12's nearly the 12 volts nearly pointless. We'll put a battery in. Is it a fix or a fail? Yes. Is it a fix or a fail? What are we looking at now? With 32 watching, this is good. With a fix or a fail? Which one? Fix? Gaz Bullen saying, I need a fix. We need a fix at this stage. We've got 2 bars, so we'll try it. I've done so many of these and I'm actually probably nervous about this. It's actually going to be a fix. We'll put it high. Oh, lovely. That's the most convincing fix of the evening, I would say. And for some of the guys that's on there, I might try and service this live to show you what it's about, you know. Let's see. Show you what it's all about. I wish we get the way that goes. It doesn't go like that, I don't think. Nah, it doesn't. Can't. I'll put the screws on and see if we give this a bit of a service. I can throw it onto the box and call it service, you know. There's the screws. There. They were there all along. It sounds better than I thought. It sounds better than I thought. That impact driver there is a bit like when I play the guitar. It's just not as bad as it sounds. I don't know if I've got a limit to try the grinder a second time. It sounds it seems it seems like more of a bit of a project. I wonder could I do something with these parts here? It might be worth a try, but we'll service this anyway. But I can't try it tonight. We're ready over there, and we're I suppose we're only 10 o'clock. I keep thinking it's later. Anyway, let's try this again. We'll still get 2 bars. As you can see, fast. I think much as I'd love to fix the grinder, I don't think I've got it under the night. What do we see? We'll do a service in this. See what we can do. If we can improve the condition of it. That off for now. And right, here we go. It all looks rough. It's all rough as hell, but it's usually always the switch, guys, to be honest. The switch is your thing. The switch is the thing. The switch is the thing that gives you the trouble. You keep these going for long enough, you know. With a wee switch service and all the time. A wee bit of that. Give the switch a wee get over. There we are. That's electrical contact cleaner, just in case you're wondering. If you're new to my channel, you might wonder what it is, but if you've been here any length of time, you'll not wonder. Wee muss in her still. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still a wee hesitation in her. That wee muss in her. It's a big improvement, but it's not there yet. We're not there yet. Doctor Lefthandthread, you can call me anything. It doesn't matter. When you're a fake doctor on the internet, you can be a doctor of anything. Doctor of Mischief and Sunday Night Shenanigans. Doctor of Mischief and Sunday Night Shenanigans. Doctor of Nonsense. not just as good as I'd like her to be, but she's getting sticky now too. I've seen these improve though when you move them away. Because we're doing it fast, we're not giving her time to dry out or anything. We're just going bugging in there. I know. I'll open it again. Looking a bit shinier in there, isn't it? Well, we'll see. She's improving, I think. This machine gets a power from the battery. And the battery comes from the lithium mines. That's kind of how you service them anyway. That needs a wee bit more attention. But that's how you service them. But I'm glad I put the full thing onto that. And I'll have another look at that in my own time, but it's improved anyway. But as you can see, that's that reconditioned one is perfect, like. Yeah, all speeds. Oh, that's perfect. I've done a perfect job for him on the impact driver anyway, so that's what I wanted to do. So that's 2 fixes, 1 fail. Yeah. 2 fixes, 1 fail. Eshan Banjari. Good to see you in the stream. Good butter, extra butter. We'll get her sorted sometime, anyway. Silicone spray, no, don't worry. If you get brushes, just comb the desert. Spray silicone. Brushes. Strange noises. Subcontact hacksaw is working, but making strange noises. I have a conjecture on what might be broken, Jonas Orthofer. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I have a conjecture. It could be worth pulling the side off her. Just taking out the screws and taking the lid off to see if the little bearings away in the back of the armature. You might be able to replace that. That's good. We'll see. That's a bit of an extreme close up there. But anyway, we'll see. So we've done an hour 21. I told Mrs. Lefthandthread I was only going to do 45 minutes tonight. 45 and done. This is 45 and done. I'll be in before 10 o'clock. She knows not to believe me now. She knows I'm full of it. So I just come back in that wobbly fixes, right? I must show you the wobble in this again. For you guys that are late to the stream. Must show you the wobble in this thing. Where's my... Yeah. Longer bit will get you the maximum. Comically wobbly. It's not a Dewalt impact if it doesn't have real wobble on it. But that's done a lot of work. At least I was able to fix that for him. I don't know about the grinder. I might go back to the grinder, but it's not gonna be fixed this evening. I got 2 done, so I'm happy enough. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Normally it vibrates so much. No, it's just due to excessive wear. But they do wobble a bit from new. I'm going to show you one that I have. It's in good condition. Here's the exact same model here that I have. It's in better condition. And that would be considered, what do we see? We'll consider that good enough. Wouldn't consider that bad as such. And a dodgy battery's a bad fit. Still a wobble. There's a wobble. It's not as much. Still bad. But I would say the other one's worse. But you can try them from you, the wobble. That's definitely worse. Definitely more movement than that. The anvil can be worse, but I think it's a housing. Might be a shim on there, but it's not really available as a separate part that I know of. I did replace the anvil in one of them. The controller's not working. Is right. People use them for years and the front hanging out of them. Like that, you know. Well, you're not really supposed to use these for drilling. You're supposed to use them for screwing. Anyway. So there's that. Needs a bit of a wobble to work, but not. They ever stripped down 110 volt transformers. Only ever fixed one 110 transformers. But see, if you have a transformer that's not working, it's worth stripping down. It's worth taking the lid off, because you could have a broken wire, you could have a dodgy switch, you could have a dodgy reset button. You know, I just think it's too... They're a cheap impact driver then, and they'll go for a couple of years. Sometimes your new impact will have a wobble on it, definitely. This has got more than a bit because of the years and the way it's been treated. Look at the shape of that. Look at that. That's bound to be worth £30 that man's money to get her back in business like that. The smaller version, the 850. The 850 is a wobble the same as the 887 when from new. Yeah, that's right. The controller for that, unless I could lay my hands on a second-hand reconditioned controller for that grinder, or could I modify one of the ones I have? Because some of you guys, I don't know what you guys it was, said that you used one of the controllers out of these to fix a I think it was a multi-tool. I was gas, it was you. Gas, yeah, that's right. What might be broken there, so yeah. Well, I'm only guessing. When you see those brushless motors, if you look back and when I had this open, hold on, I don't have to do that. You'll not see it there. when I had that open, there's a little bearing at the back of the. I would say on the Milwaukee, the bearing you'll be able to see the bearing when you open her, and you'll see if the bearing's damaged on the back of the motor. Oh, was you too? Multi-tool. Ah, you too, you've done that as well. You guys do good jobs and give me plenty of good advice, and I appreciate it. And J-Bob sent me a care package a couple of weeks ago, and I never got a chance to really use them. I've been off all week from the day job. I just took a week off. But I spent most of the start of the week in the workshop. Yeah, they're all the same, some of them. There might be something similar in that grinder. It might be worthwhile doing. We'll see. So J-Bob sent me a care package, and I got to see Darren for the first time, Big D. He made me on the night because he was a big fan of mine, and I told him, this is going to ruin it for you, Darren, because you should never meet your heroes. So we're nearly done an hour and a half here, guys. So is anybody else any more questions or anything else we want to talk about or anything else you want to ask about? I did get my new computer eventually plugged in. There's a thing over on TikTok about it. I did a wee video over TikTok for the guy that's actually supplying them. I did it free for him just to help him out, you know. And if any of you guys are interested in small engine repair, go over to Stanfix. He'll be new on YouTube. I told him go on YouTube here in this stream. And I'll probably share his page now. I'll share his channel or his videos. Yeah. 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 I'm bound to have a controller that I maybe could modify. The only thing is the switch looks a little bit different. I have a problem with my rebuilt Milwaukee 4-amp battery one night in 19 volt. What did I tell you? I bought this old crappy knockoff Vanon. There's not even a Vanon. And I think it was $12.99 or something stupid. And it says it's 8 amp, but it's not 8 amp, we know that. But it's only a few weeks old, and it never charged beyond 2 bars at any time in its life. So I don't know. I have better luck with the Milwaukee knockoff boards. I have better luck with them than I have with anything else, Makita or Dewalt. But if I get to use original boards on the Dewalt, I'm good. If I get to use thank you very much, Dougie G. Dougie G, we're here every Sunday night we can. We took Christmas off, took Easter off, and we took St. Patrick's Day off as well. So, but then was the 4 we missed. Jeez, a new nurse's outfit. Oh, good God. God help us all. But thanks, Kieran. I really enjoyed the crack the day you were up. And I know Big D's not on tonight, but I really enjoyed visiting his outfit where he works. And such a great bunch of guys. Terrific setup. They just could fix anything you throw to them. It's just excellent. Just gives you something to aspire to, and it's good to have them at a phone call away, you know, in contact. You can change the switch in the Dewalt. I suppose I could. I could just change over the wires. That's if the switch is alright. Might be. Yeah. Yeah. Would I rather see a tree grow? Or a part of your leg grow? I'm not going to say that, AJ. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that. The slider switch, yeah. The slider switch. Well, I might do a wee bit of research in my spare time and that. I can't do it tonight. Thanks for the comment, AJ. I'm gonna ignore it. I don't ban anybody from my channel so far, so I think I'm gonna let you stay on. I've had a bit of that on TikTok. People in the live stream try and make you say something that sounds like something else. But anyway, it doesn't matter. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. And if you want to put in more comments, it always helps anyway. Even there are comments that are meant as a bit of jiggery pokery or carry on. I'm not offended. That race you were alluding to is, I don't think it would come up on my DNA test. Not that that matters. I'm not going to say that. But anyway, we're an hour and a half in. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for visiting the surgery. We've only 17 guys watching at the minute. Yeah, I'm going to try that, J-Bubs. It's you guys that made me think of that. I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. You guys made me think I'd just put another controller into that or some. Thank you very much. And thanks for all your help, J-Bubs. Thanks, Gaz Bowling. Thanks AJ for the attempted racism. Thanks for Jonas Arthur, and thanks for Dougie G and Kieran Loftus in his nurse's outfit. And BW's Deals and DIY and BW's Electronics, which is the same thing. Same man, 2 counts. Luke McLaughlin, thank you for your comment. And I think Ishan Banjari, I think that's all we've had tonight. Comment, and Fox Can Fix It. Garage as well, he's been on, that's good. We've been talking to him, Paul Cook as usual, and Martin Kelly. So that's most of the usual suspects, Pat as well. So good night. I think I mentioned nearly everybody there. Good night and thanks for watching, and we'll try and do it again next Sunday. I don't know what we've got in store. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. We'll see what happens. Good night.